The most important thing in business planning is the why you. That is the most important thing. That is the foundation of your business. My hair is crazy today, so please excuse that, but let's get into the video. The why you in business planning. I will use myself as an example. So my business journey with, I really just use all of my life experiences, and I have made that the foundation of my business. So what I have went through in life, all of our experiences shape us, and I pretty much use all of my experiences and put that into my business. The why you is so important because people need a reason to use your services. People need a reason to gravitate towards you and research you even more. People want to know who you are. So when people research my name, Johnna Murray, my book comes up, my business comes up, my website comes up, pretty much everything about me comes up. That is what you want the core of your business to be. My audience, I want to build an audience that is, there's a fly in here somewhere. I don't know how these flies are getting in. I have no idea. Like, I don't want these flies in here. I'm gonna open the blind so that he gets out. Or I open the blind so that he's attracted to out there. Anyway, so the why you in business planning is the reason that everyone is attracted to you. People need a reason to connect with you. The connection that people have with you is very, very important. So you want to connect with people on a level, whether that's through experiences that you've been through that relate to their experiences, or, you know, obviously you're selling something, you're giving something to somebody. That's a service, you know, so they are obviously interested in it and they obviously want it in the first place. What do? When you're looking for a therapist, you may go online and, you know, just go through therapists and see all of this stuff. But at the end of the day, you want to know the why you for that therapist and for their business is, you know, why would you pick them? Why should you pick them? You know, and on psychology.com, there's actually different therapists that you can look through and they have different topics. So you can get a therapist who specializes in relationships, who specializes in trauma, who specializes in phobia, whose background is Catholic, Christian, Muslim, all different types of things, you know, and usually people gravitate towards people who are more understanding of them and can relate to them pretty much. So the why you is very, very important in your business planning. So when you are selling your services, just make sure that you are being honest, you're being truthful about yourself, and you give people a piece of you. What I do is life coaching. I have a background in case management and working with low-income families and children with disabilities and being an advocate for them. And what else I have a background in is, you know, giving back to the communities. And also my education background is in administration of the human services, and my work background is teaching. So anything that you've done in your life, you want to sell that to people. You want them to know who you are and why they should interact with you. Part of my business is life coaching, and I also sell my books where I focus on my personal self-development, and I use my story and what I've been through to help other people. So with that, I always give people the story of why I started my business and why I have a passion for helping people and servicing people in any way that I possibly can. I always give people a piece of that. And on my website, I actually have a couple blogs up that go in depth of why I started writing my books, why I started becoming a life coach, becoming a motivational speaker, and how all of that stuff came about. And you guys can actually, you know, go back to previous videos of mine on this channel, and you guys will actually see how I really started my journey and started Journey with Johnna and really launched into my business, which I got my LLC for my business this year, and you guys can go back to that video. I think it's called Business Planning. I will put the link in the description. But I really want people to have a connection with me so that, you know, people can see where I come from. You can actually look at previous videos. You can read my blogs, you can read my books, and you can see how it all came about and why I started doing this, because I myself was going through a lot, and I don't want anybody to ever feel alone. I don't want anybody's experiences to ever be belittled. I don't want anybody to feel worthless. I don't want anybody to feel like their shine should be dimmed in any way, because I always talk about it. You are a very bright light, and your shine attracts everybody, and everybody cannot take that shine, so they want to water it down to their vision and their sight, because you are blinding them. Your shine is blinding them, and don't do it. Okay, just keep being you, and you are an awesome person. I want you to know that, okay? Because for a very long time, I did not know that I was an awesome person. And so it's my mission to make sure every single body who does not think that they are awesome, to make sure that they know that they are awesome. And I want to get them on the right track to awesomeness. I've always been very mindful of what I was doing in my life. I've always been very mindful of where I was going in my life and who I wanted to be, but I just did not know how to get there, I'll say. So once I figured out how to get there, it was on like popcorn, okay? Once I figured it out, I wanted to tell everybody. I wanted to tell the whole world how to get there to awesomeness. And awesomeness can be what you're passionate about. It can be your talents, and it can be your gift, okay? And I have another video on this YouTube channel about talents, passions, and gifts, and I explain the difference between all of them, okay? But your passion is your drive to do something. Your passion is what gets you up in the morning, what you eat, breathe, and sleep on, okay? And a lot of people don't pursue their passions. A lot of people have this talent, and you know, they gift people with their talent, but they're not pursuing their passion in their heart, okay? And for a long time, I would go to bed thinking about my passion, but I wasn't doing anything about it in the daytime. In my free time, I wasn't doing anything to pursue my passion. But now I'm chasing my dreams. You know, on my journey, I always say I don't want to walk on my journey. I want to run on my journey, because where I want to be, I'm going to get there. And to get there, I have to put in the work to do it. I have to put in the work. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So my passion is my writing. That's my passion, my writing. My passion is my life coaching. That is my passion. I've always written fiction books, but I lost my passion in my relationship, and that was an old relationship, my ex, which had to do with a lot of domestic violence, which I wrote my first book, which is out right now. It's called Diary of the Brokenhearted as a Woman. Yes, I just promoted myself in this video, and I'm going to tell you guys once, and I will tell you guys always, promote yourself no matter what it may be, no matter how small it may be in your life. every step that you take in this life, promote yourself, okay? Don't sell yourself short, because you are awesome, all right? And everybody needs to know about your awesomeness. So anyway, yes, it is called Diary of the Brokenhearted as a Woman, and it is about the signs that I missed about domestic violence. As I continued in that relationship, the domestic violence got worse and worse and worse. And what actually happened was 6 years later, into that relationship, after the breakup, I read my diary of the first year of our relationship, and it was when I was in college. I had just had my daughter. She was 10 months old when I met him, and oh my goodness, like, I read my diary for the first time in 6 years, and I could do nothing but cry, because I'm like, how did I miss these signs? You know, it was embarrassing to read, because like, how could I let someone treat me like this? How could I let someone talk to me like that? How could I be so blind? And the only thing that I could come up with was, I thought that I was in love. I was naive, and I just didn't know. So I thought, wow, like, if I could go back in time, if I could hug that girl, if I could tell that girl, you know, all these signs and what was going to happen, I could save her 6 years of heartache. And then I realized I can do that. I could do that for everybody going through it now, everybody who is, you know, at risk of going through domestic violence. I can get this book out there as a hug to everyone out there, so they know the signs of domestic violence and of somebody who has a personality disorder, somebody who is narcissistic, and, you know, someone who is just the wrong person for you. Because this guy was absolutely the wrong person for me. And reading it back, it was very detailed of what he and I went through, the conversations that we had, and the situations that I was in. And I could do nothing but just cry, because all of the signs were so blatant and just right in front of my face. And I just kind of, you know, they were right here, and I just kind of, you know, and the signs, they kept coming, and I just kept on maneuvering around it, you know. And so I put this book out there. It was embarrassing to me at first, but it's not anymore. So, you know, I based my business on my life experiences. And one quote that I always live by is, when you learn, teach, when you get, give. And that is a quote by Maya Angelou. And I just love it, because one thing that I always say is that in life, you live, you learn, and you grow, okay? 3 things: you live, you learn, and you grow. So when you learn, teach it to other people. And when you get, give. That's how you stay you. Okay, that's how you stay you. I know I'm a kind person, and I just want to spread awareness for the difficulties in life or challenging situations that I've been in, and help people to get out of it. So that's a tip on business planning today. You guys stay blessed. You look at your success and you stay blessed.